This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Joined with UNI head softball coach Ryan Jacobs as his UNI Panthers open the Missouri Valley Conference schedule, their home schedule last weekend in the Dome. Finally got outside at home on a midweek game against Iowa State. As Panthers coach, they came away with a 9-0 win. The bats really came alive.
They did. It was one of our main focuses on Tuesday at practice, making sure that we're taking really aggressive swings when we're in hitters counts, doing a really good job of continuing to do a good job hitting with 2 strikes, because that's the basic of our hitting approach, to make sure we have confidence when we're heading to count. And then to get Jamie Fisher back on track, give her a little confidence. We had a rough game last Sunday, and you learn a lot from losses. And we learned what we needed to make sure we continue to focus on, stay sharp with, and the kids did a great job of getting right back to the things that we need to do to play well.
A week ago in the Dome, the Panthers won 2 on Saturday, then lost on Sunday to Evansville. Rebounded with a win against Iowa State. Coached that Wednesday game. 3 home runs, all from the top of the order. Your top 4 hitters, 3 home runs.
With the win, the way it was that day, it was blowing hard and blowing in, and didn't think a ball was going to get out of the ballpark that day. And even one of the Iowa State kids hit a ball pretty well, I thought, in the first inning. Got a great swing off it and just died. So I didn't think that the home run was going to be a factor. As coaches, we were playing a little small ball and making sure we hit line drives and ground balls to get some through the infield. And we still maintained that thought process, but the long ball definitely came into effect and didn't really affect our hitters much at all.
Coach, on the defensive end, it's funny, Jamie Fisher, having been around for 4 years, it almost gets overlooked. How valuable is it? She goes out, throws a shutout. How valuable is it to have her as one of those go-to pitchers?
I think it's huge for our team, just from the fact that when she goes out there that you're going to have a shot. You're always going to have a shot to win a game, no matter who you're playing, because of the way she competes. She puts a lot on her shoulders. It looked really good on Wednesday night. The fact that she looked comfortable. She didn't look like there was a ton of pressure on her. She looked like she was confident in her defense. She was confident in her pitches, and she shut down a really good hitting team. Iowa State's hitting over 300 as a club. It was one of their weaknesses in the fall, and it's definitely a strength of theirs right now. I mean, they're putting up a lot of big numbers against a lot of good teams, and for her to go out there and do that, I think also helped our team's confidence.
Coach, she's one of a few seniors that you have on the team, a good group of upperclassmen, but some underclassmen as well. We talked about Caitlin Winnick, the power from the top of the order, some outfielders that have some youth, got some experience last year, but still very young.
Still very young. It's still a process. We talk about it all the time. You're just going to continue to learn, continue to get better. The more that you can experience, the more that you're going to learn, not only about the game, but about yourself and how you can make an adjustment in different situations. And the thing that they're starting to learn is we got to just compete hard. We got to practice hard, and then we're going to learn from those game experiences and try to take more out of those wins than we have been and learn from them. But every time we have a loss, that's when you're going to really find out what you're made of. And this game is about, it isn't building character. It exposes character when bad things happen, and that's what they're learning.
Speaking of exposing character, we've got a story coming up later in the show on sophomore shortstop Caitlin Winnick. You'll want to stick around for that. Coach, a couple transfers that are impactful as well. Ricky Alcaraz, Chelsea Ross coming in and providing a positive impact right away.
Definitely. I mean, Ricky has added a lot of toughness to our batting order. Chelsea has added a lot of scariness to our batting order. I think a lot of teams are worried when she comes to the plate, and that's affected the people around her, because now they pitch to Kristen Locke, Gina Brown, Julia Hunter, Caitlin Winnick. They pitch to them a little bit differently. Even when Chelsea's not on and not hitting well, it's still, in their heads, and they definitely pitch differently.
Well, the Panther softball team comes back to Cedar Falls, home again April 15th against Drake, and then the 18th and 19th against Missouri State. So your chance to see the UNI softball team back in action in Cedar Falls the 15th, 18th, and 19th of April. Coach, good luck throughout the rest of the season. We'll be back with more Panther Sports Talk right after this.